Hey there, it's Sonia here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel where I share with you how to make amazing balloon art. Today I wanted to continue the theme of Thanksgiving as I'm really excited about the upcoming Thanksgiving dinner I've been invited to. If you missed my last video, I'm just going to link it above, and in there I share with you how to make a fun little Thanksgiving turkey. So this week I'm continuing the theme, however this time I'm going to share with you how to make a cute pumpkin pie. Last year on the Facebook group Balloon Twist Essential, I participated in a gift exchange and it was a lot of fun to be a part of, and the person who I was lucky enough to receive a gift from was Willing's Best Balloons. I'm really excited to use one of the products that they sent to me in this video. In Australia, it's been hard to get a hold of all the specialty lines that come out, in particular pumpkin spice, so you can imagine how thrilled I was when the gift package included that gorgeous colour. Metallic pumpkin spice is perfect for this slice of pie that I'm going to show you today. In today's video, the balloons we're going to need are two 260s, and so I'm using the Mocha Qualitex 260 as well as the metallic pumpkin spice, as well as two white 5-inch rounds, small Geo Blossom, and a scrap piece of 260 or 160. Let's get to how to make this delicious slice of pumpkin pie. Are you ready? I'm going to use my Legenda to inflate these two balloons and tie them together. Just tie the two together, just releasing a little bit of air. I've just left approximately a hand's width uninflated, and we are going to start with this end. Starting first with making the pie crust. So I've got the two pinch twists, and in between I've got a bubble that's a hand's width apart. I am just going to bring that Mocha 260 back down, finding that point where these two meet, and I'm going to squeeze and twist. This is what we're looking at so far. I'm just taking my hand and putting my thumb out to the side, and I'm going to choose that as the point where my slice of pie ends. Twisting the balloons together. I want to make them as close as possible to being the same. I'm going to bring this balloon in, do the pinch twist. Now I'm just positioning it so the pumpkin spice is on top and we've got the mocha brown to the side, but what I'm going to do here, picking up a bubble that's approximately 2.5 to 3 fingers wide. Another small bubble, about 2 fingers. Pinch twisting that. And then another bubble about the same size as that first. And I'm going to bring it into the point here of the pie. Just taking the end of this balloon, bringing it around, twisting off a bubble to meet that pinch twist again in the center, and I'm trying to make it about the same size as the one before it. And then finally replicating a bubble about the same size as the first one that we did here. And we are going to give that pumpkin spice a bit of a squeeze as we bring it in to the mocha brown pinch twist. Just wrapping it in a few good times before I remove that. So this is what it's looking like so far, but what I'm going to do is do a little bit of rearrangement because I want this arrangement here to be in the center of the bottom side. So right now this is what the top side is looking like, and this is what the reverse is looking like. And we've got that pinch twist nestled into the center of the balloon set. And the two balloons that are side by side, we've got one on the bottom and one on the top. And next we are going to work on some pie crust. This arrangement side is the top of our pie, so this is where we're going to create our bubbles. Create a chain of about 5 or 6, enough to bring us over into the pinch twist on the opposite side. So here I've created 5. Bring that in and we can remove that excess. Got a bit of interesting looking pie here with a fancy crust off to the top. So let's work on my favourite part, the whipped cream topping. In my Geo Blossom, what I'm going to do is just puff inflate it. So there's a bit of a trick. You can inflate it so it starts to bulb, but then just ever so gently start releasing the air. Until it has an all-over consistency in shape, and then tying it off. You could go ahead to remove the nozzle at this point, but we're going to leave it in place. Next we're going to put just a little bit of air into the 5-inch round. With this one, we don't want too much air in it. We want it rather petite, so I've just overinflated it and I've twisted it to control the release of air just a little bit. Now, once I've got to the shape and size I'd like it to be, just a round little ball, I'm going to tie it off. Just tying that knot nice and closely to the inflated part of the balloon, and then we're just simply going to thread it right through the center of our little ball of cream. Just putting it through the center of our Geo balloon. And the final balloon that I'm inflating is a 5-inch round. I've made it about the size of my palm, and I am going to tie it off. Just leaving a little bit of slack there, because what I'm actually going to do is taking these two nozzle ends, push them together to the opposite side of our round. So I'm gripping that very tightly as I twist and turn. Now taking the scrap 260, I'm going to tightly wrap that around. So in this, I don't know how well you can see it here, but just in that area, that's where I'm gripping the two nozzle ends. And I have just tightly wound that 260 around the center point. I'm going to tie a knot. This is what we're looking at so far. So if you pulled that nice and firm as you wrapped it and secured it in place, that should hopefully go nowhere. It might take a few attempts first if you are not familiar with that kind of technique, but also I did struggle a little bit when I was doing mine previously. And what happens when you tend to underinflate balloons is it can make it a little bit harder to manipulate, and since that 5-inch round wasn't plated to its optimum size, that just means that it can be very resistant to this kind of twisting maneuver, so just be wary. We are going to take these two ends and we're going to use them to secure our bit of cream into our pie. And this is where that pinch twist is going to come in handy, because we are going to wrap those two ends into that pinch twist. As I put my cream in, I'm just putting one on either side them nice and firm so that cream is nice and secure against the pie filling. Just turn them around. Now remember that nozzle that we didn't cut off before? We're just going to very discreetly tuck it in underneath. So that's going to be held there in place just by a little bit of balloon on balloon friction. We use a little bit of balloon adhesive, like a glue dot if you wanted to keep it in, if it's going to potentially be handled. Can you imagine that as a cute little pie hat? You know I can. I do apologise as the white is looking a little bit blown out on the camera, but I hope you'll agree that it's like a delicious pie that's good enough to eat. I really hope you enjoyed making the pumpkin pie with me, and if you happen to not have the pumpkin spice, because unfortunately it is a discontinued colour, you could go ahead to use orange, which would work just as nicely. You can even use these ends to attach that onto a headband. And before I go, don't forget to check out my special giveaway that is running this week. It is for one lucky winner to win one of these cute little Mr. Q plushies. You can have a friend each, so I'll send one of these to anywhere in the world that accepts delivery from Australia. To be in the running to win one of these cuties, all you need to do is locate my community post tab talking about the giveaway and follow the simple rules to enter. And join me live next week where I announce just who is the lucky winner of one of these Mr. Q plushies. So thank you again for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time. Bye. A bit of my hair. Ew. I get hair in the cooking. Twist off the back. And I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this apple pie. Why did I say that? Ah.